An SEC title game appearance and Cotton Bowl victory are tough acts to follow. There was no sophomore slump for the Mizzou football team, but now junior year in the SEC is here with new faces and expectations. The journey to carry on sweet Southern comfort started today against South Dakota State. There is Maddie Mock, the new face of Mizzou football this season. And in the first quarter, on the very first throw from Mock, try a 44-yard touchdown pass to Darius White right down the seam, and it is a quick 7-0 lead for the Tigers. Now, the big man on campus for South Dakota State has been Zach Zenner. He had over 2,000 rushing yards and 23 touchdowns last season. He takes a bad snap and goes 75 yards for a touchdown on South Dakota State's first play, and we are tied up, staying in the first quarter. Mock, he was loving the long ball today, particularly with his running mate, Darius White. He takes the snap, play action fake, drops back. This one is for 39 yards. First two completions, 2 touchdowns for Mock. White already had 83 yards at this point, more than any total he had last year for yardage. Big day for him. Still in the first quarter, Russell Hansborough somehow keeps his balance after taking the handoff. He scurries out to the left, makes a man miss, and he dives for the pylon and scores. Mizzou up 21-7 from the human highlight reel in Hansborough. Going into the third quarter, Mizzou up 21-18. Marcus Murphy takes the kickoff from the goal line. He finds a seam, and he's got a lot of room to run. A lot of green. He just zigzags all over the field. He's going all the way to the house. His first return touchdown since 2012, and Mizzou is up 28-8. Staying in the third quarter. 3rd and 16 for South Dakota State. Marcus Golden fights through a block for his second sack of the game. Huge expectations for Golden. He had a big game today. Going into the fourth quarter, same score. Mock gets a little improvisational. He runs around in the pocket, and he heaves one up for Bud Sasser, who comes down with it. Take another look. Can I just please, can I grab that? Thank you very much. 35-18 Mizzou. They take this one. The offense really hot today.
Crazy part is, man, the whole drive, man, I was playing, my shoe was untied, and I was trying to tie my shoe, but we kept going so fast. Man, I looked up, and they gave me the signal, like, man, I'm just hoping my shoe don't come off. So, and it didn't, so ran the end zone. Maddie got me the ball. That's all happened.
That's money season.
Money season, man. It's money season.
Money season indeed. While Mizzou kicked off its 2014 season, one of its biggest former stars is looking for somewhere to start his. The St. Louis Rams cut Michael Sam today as a part of the team's trim down to 53 players. Now, if Sam clears waivers, the Rams can add him to the practice squad. In 4 preseason games this year, Sam tallied up 3 sacks and 10 tackles, so a lot of production from the 2013 SEC Co-Defensive Player of the Year. He was at Faurot Field for Mizzou's game today with former Tiger E.J. Gaines. Gaines actually did make the Rams roster. The Rams selected him with Michael Sam, that is, with the 249th overall pick in the 7th round of the NFL draft back in April, making him the first openly gay player to ever be drafted. Rams coach Jeff Fisher and Missouri coach Gary Pinkel reacted to the decision.
There was no distraction. If someone perceived or thought there may be a distraction, they weren't in the building. And and I've been saying that all along. This was a football decision.
There's a lot of other teams out there. It's not unusual for that to happen, to wait till the end right there. Hopefully he'll get an opportunity to play somewhere. I think he had a great camp. I think, every team's needs are different. And hopefully there's somebody out there that he can fit in with what they're doing.
6 other SEC teams kicked off their season today. We'll start with 12th-ranked Georgia taking on 16th-ranked Clemson. Folks, this is Todd Gurley, and I assure you there is nothing girly about this man. He is a Heisman candidate, and he's about to show you why. We already saw Marcus Murphy take 100 yards. Gurley, we got the sky cam look here. He takes it from the goal line, and there is no chance anybody from Clemson is going to catch him. Well, maybe this last guy, Gurley's got it. That's a touchdown. We are tied up here with Georgia and Clemson. Going into the fourth quarter, guess what? It is that man again. Georgia up by 10, and Gurley makes it even worse by running it in from 18 yards out. 3 total touchdowns for him on the day, and Georgia wins it 45-21. Now, second-ranked Alabama taking on West Virginia in the Georgia Dome. Second quarter, Bama up 17-10, but that's before Mario Alford breaks one on another kick return for a touchdown. This ball game is tied up. What was going on with kickoff returns tonight? That's 3 just alone in this sports block. Moving on to the third quarter, Alabama up 20-17. Derrick Henry takes it from 19 yards out. He dives for the pylon and scores. The Tide roll on and win this game 33-23. From an Alabama highlight to an Alabama commit, Hale Henches and the Crusaders of Helias took on the Hannibal Pirates tonight. Going into the first quarter, Henches makes the grab on the short pass. That's his 117th catch of his career. That's the most career receptions in Helias history. Breaks the record that was previously held by Mike Henches, his uncle. Later in the same drive, Helias in the red zone. Alex Fadul has a hard time with the snap, but recovers and runs it in for the touchdown. Helias takes a 7-0 lead. Helias now up 14-0. It's Fadul again. This time through the air, he finds Chase Bexton for the touchdown. Helias up 21-0. They win it 52-14. The AL Central race for the Kansas City Royals is getting more heated by the day. Kansas City came into today's game against Cleveland, leading the division by a half game. Going into the top of the fourth, Cleveland, Yan Gomes doubles to left, and Jason Kipnis will score. The Indians take an early 1-0 lead. Only 4.5 games back of the division lead coming into today. Top of the eighth, Royals setup man Wade Davis. He was just straight nasty. Yes, you can look. Oh, do you want to hit that? I'm sorry, you're going to miss swinging. Striking out the side, Wade Davis, effective as usual. This one will go to extras, tied at 1. Runner on third for Michael Brantley. He hits a high bouncer to bring in the go-ahead run, and the Indians currently lead 3-1 in the 11th. Now, the Cardinals would play a doubleheader today against the Cubs. First game, top of the fourth, Logan Watkins homers to deep right. That's his first major league home run. It is 3-1 Chicago. Next batter, Chris Valakia homers at his back-to-back jacks for the Cubs, and the Cubs take the first game 5-1. Much different story in the second game. Cards up big in that one. That'll do it for sports. We'll be back after this.